We're one step closer, it sounds like. All right, Taylor Swift. Taylor was on Stephen Colbert's show last night, and she was talking about her re-release of the album Fearless. So if you missed that drama, long story short, Taylor used to be signed with a record company called Big Machine. Big Machine was bought out by one of her mortal enemies, Scooter Braun, who represents Kanye West, and we all know what Kanye West has done to Taylor Swift because he's disgusting. He bought her old record company and thereby bought her old albums too, and she tried to buy them back and he wouldn't let her. So she's re-recording her old albums under her own label, and she's referring to them as Taylor's versions. So she was talking about the Fearless album, the re-release that just came out, I think it was last week, and fans, because Taylor Swift does like to drop Easter eggs, and she does like to drop hints a lot. So her fans are like conspiracy theorists. Like they have, QAnon doesn't hold a flame to the conspiracy theory nut jobs that are the Taylor Swift fans, let me tell you. They will do whatever it takes to figure out what is her next step. So they are starting to theorize, they believe that the next album she's re-recording is 1989. And here is their evidence. Number one, she mentioned Shake It Off during the interview. And her fans are like, why would she mention Shake It Off if this was about Fearless? Shake It Off was the first single off of 1989. Clearly, she's re-recording 1989. Then Taylor also held up this like poster of Stephen Colbert's face, and she was just talking about how the song Dear Stephen was not about him, but obviously the whole joke was that it might have been. Here's the thing though, there were 7 little hearts all over it, and there were random New York pictures, like a big slice of pizza or a New York City bike. So it's very New Yorky, and everyone's like, well, Welcome to New York is on her 1989 album, so she must be doing 1989. She also referenced New York City over and over again throughout the interview. So they were like, yeah, it's gotta be from 1989, that's the album. Now, here's where it gets to really crazy, because they are predicting not only what album is next, but what the date is. So, here's the first thing. During the interview, she mentioned Colbert's old show, The Colbert Report, right? Well, The Colbert Report was on the street address starts with 513, 513, May 13th. I know, hold on though, because she then does mention Stephen Colbert's birthday, which is May 15th. And there were 7 hearts on her little vision board thing, and long story short, they did some like numerology on it, but it felt like the number 23 with Jim Carrey, because they're like, no, but listen. If you take 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 4, that equals 7. There are 7 hearts. 2014. That's 2014. That's when 1989 came out. Chaos. These monsters are chaotic, but I don't know. I think it's fun to think about, and I also like to think that maybe sometimes Taylor Swift hears these theories and then just makes them come true. She's like, wow, they really thought 1989? All right, I guess we're going to give them what they want. And if there's anyone in the world who gives the people what they want, it is Taylor Swift. So we might be looking forward to a re-release of 1989, Taylor's version, May 15th. Ooh, or May 13th, excuse me. I'm sorry, May 13th, 5/13.